All right, let's dive into one of the hottest stacks in AI right now, LangChain. But here's the thing, it's not just one tool. We're going to break down the whole ecosystem, chain, graph, and Smith, to really get the architectural logic behind how all these pieces fit together.
And this is the key. You've got these three powerful tools, but so many teams get the order wrong. They over-engineer things from the start and then wonder why it's all so complicated. So in this explainer, we're going to set the record straight and lay out the architectural flow that actually makes sense.
So let's start at square one with the tool that kicked this whole thing off, LangChain itself. Look, it's brilliant for getting started, but it has a really fundamental limit that you have to understand.
This right here is a perfect example of where LangChain absolutely shines. Simple, linear workflows. This is just a basic RAG chain, retrieval augmented generation. Think of it like a factory assembly line. A query comes in, we grab some documents, and an answer pops out the other end. It's clean, it's efficient, and it's amazing for getting a prototype up and running fast.
But here's the million-dollar question, right? What happens when that assembly line hits a snag? What if the documents your retriever pulls are just garbage? Or maybe the user's first query was way too vague to get a good result.
Well, the chain breaks. That's what happens. Because at its core, a LangChain workflow is a one-way street. It's stateless. There's no built-in way for it to intelligently loop back, try a different strategy, or fix itself based on what happened in the middle. It just fails. Game over.
And this line just perfectly captures the core problem. A chain takes one shot, and that's it. A graph, on the other hand? Well, a graph is built to keep trying, to self-correct, and to run until the job is actually done right. Getting this difference is the key.
So let's put it side by side. With LangChain, you get that simple, linear execution. It's fast, but trying to make it loop is a total hack. You end up with these messy, custom workarounds. LangGraph, however, is built for cycles from the ground up. It's stateful by design, which means loops aren't a hack. They're a core native feature of the architecture.
And that brings us to the solution for those complex, real-world problems. Let's talk about LangGraph and see how it helps us build a much more intelligent, much more resilient system.
LangGraph basically reframes the whole problem. Instead of a simple chain, we're building a state machine, and it has three really powerful parts. You've got nodes, which are just your functions, the things that do the work. Then you have edges, which are like the traffic cops, deciding which node to go to next. And the secret sauce, you have a shared state. Think of it like a global whiteboard that every node can read from and write to.
Now look at how this completely transforms our simple RAG workflow. It's not just a chain anymore, it's a sophisticated agent process. A planner node might break down the query first. The retriever goes and gets documents. But then, and this is crucial, a judge node steps in to evaluate the quality. Is this context actually good enough to answer the question?
And here it is. This is the aha moment. If that judge node says, nope, this context isn't going to cut it, the graph doesn't just fail. An edge directs the flow to loop back, maybe to a refiner node that tweaks the query. The state gets updated with this new, smarter query, and the system tries again.
You see, this isn't just a simple try again loop, it's structured reasoning. It's baked right into the architecture. The graph is explicitly designed to think, to evaluate its own work, and to adapt its strategy on the fly. Just like a person would.
And once you have this stateful, cyclical architecture, you unlock a whole new world of powerful agentic patterns. You can build a planner executor, where one agent makes a plan and other agents execute the steps. Or a reflection loop, where one agent writes an answer and a critic agent improves it, super important for accuracy. You can even build a multi-agent supervisor that's like a project manager, routing tasks to a whole team of specialized agents. These complex patterns suddenly become natural to build.
Okay, so this is all amazing. But with all this new complexity, loops, multiple agents, conditional logic, how on earth do you debug it when something goes wrong? And that brings us to the final, and I'd argue the most important piece of the stack.
This says it all, doesn't it? As your systems get more complex, you can't just fly blind. LangSmith is the observability platform designed for this exact problem. It is literally your window into the mind of your agent.
And the level of detail you get is just incredible. It's not some messy log file. It's a full hierarchical trace of every single run. You can see the exact input and output of every single node, how long each step took down to the milliseconds, how many tokens you're burning for cost analysis, and exactly where any errors popped up.
I mean, check this out. Imagine your agent just feels slow. You open up LangSmith and bam, you see a trace like this one. The judge node is taking 800 milliseconds. That's your bottleneck.
right there. Without this, you'd be totally lost, just guessing and adding print statements for hours. With LangSmith, debugging becomes a science.
Okay, so we've seen the three big pieces. Chain for the simple stuff, graph for the complex stuff, and Smith for seeing everything. Now let's put it all together into a clear, actionable framework for how you should actually build with this stack. But first, a quick warning. The single biggest mistake I see developers make is over-engineering. Seriously, just because you can build a wild, multi-agent graph doesn't mean you should. If your workflow is a straight line, adding LangGraph is just making your life harder for no reason. So here's your decision framework. It's a simple, three-step rule. 1. Start with LangChain. It's awesome for quick prototypes and simple pipelines. 2. Only bring in LangGraph when you hit a wall, when you realize, hey, I need a loop here, or I need multiple agents. And 3. Use LangSmith from day one. Seriously, observability is not a nice-to-have. It's an absolute must for building anything reliable.
Let's really land on this because it's the core idea of this whole explainer. You don't choose between LangChain and LangGraph. You use the right tool for the right job. LangChain for the simple, straight parts, LangGraph for the complex, loopy parts, and LangSmith watching over everything, everywhere. And this, my friends, is what mature agentic design actually looks like. It's not about hype, it's not magic. It's just applying solid software engineering principles, like state machines and observability, to build AI systems that are reliable, controllable, and incredibly powerful.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. Look at your own projects right now. Where are the breaking points? Where are you fighting with your framework just to implement a simple loop? Where does one little failure bring the whole house of cards down? Because that spot, that's probably where a graph could change everything for you. We would genuinely love to hear from you. What does your current AI stack look like? Are you team chain, team graph, or are you using something totally different? Drop a comment below and let us know. Thanks for tuning in.